What's up, YouTube? This is Buddy's Messy Backyard Garden again. As you can see, the chicken coop is empty. The girls went to go live with my friend over in, she's got 60 chickens and she was willing to take 4 more on. Her roosters are having their way with my little girls even as we speak. It's a difficult day when they grow up and go out and meet boys. But I have to start planting some grass. The funny thing is, if you can see through, I don't know if you can see through the mesh, that grass growing there is actually the scratch feed from the chickens that I threw out. I did seed over it with centipede grass, but that is not the grass seed I planted. That's scratch feed. I think it's probably wheat coming up right there, wheatgrass. I'm sure if I was a juicer, I could cut it and juice it, but I'm not, so I'm not going to. So there's one thing done. I'm a little sad. I miss messing around with the chickens and, getting the eggs and all that. But my friend who took the chickens gave me a bunch of eggs to hold me over, and I'll see her at work periodically and get some more. I'm going to back up here a little bit. Here are my squash going crazy in the corner here, right next to the chicken pen, so the manure's filtering through and really giving them a good boost. I looked way down in there. I'm not going to try to show you, but this is evidently a patty pan squash. It's kind of sad. I didn't really know until I saw the squash is starting to grow exactly what kind I planted there. I kind of plant a whole bunch of stuff whenever I get a chance, and then I forget, and then I'm surprised when stuff comes out. Really not the best way to do it, but it works for me. And along the fence here, in the chicken coop, I've planted. These were in the little greenhouse. These were the starts I had in there. These are honeydew melons. I took the seeds, saved the seeds from one of the melons that we bought, and dried them out and planted them. And here you go, free seeds. Well, I mean, I paid for the melon, and so we'll see how they grow. Backing up. I have actually been eating quite a bit of this kale, which is healthy for me, but again, I don't really like it. But I eat it because I grew it, and that's what you're supposed to do. Still growing gangbusters. And the cabbages, I've decided to leave there because I've been working a lot lately, so I haven't really had a time to make a decent dinner or cook. I might have to make sauerkraut or coleslaw out of this, so I can carry it around a bit with me, because I got 3 or 4 cabbages that really should be harvested that I haven't. Here's the peas that I've been working on. I've eaten most of the peas off of here, and now they're starting to die off. These are the ones I planted in the winter time. They're starting to die off. I'm going to see if I can get a picture here. I planted some pole beans in and amongst there, so they're starting to grow up where the peas were. So the beans will take over where the peas were. So I have a succession of planting, so they can come up and take their place. And I planted quite a few. There's one that's coming through, and I can't see another one, but the peppers are behind there. They're starting to grow up pretty good. Here's a pepper plant here as well. Excuse my nose. You'll probably notice that you'll say, Buddy, there's still some peas on those plants. I'm saving those for seed. I'm letting them mature all the way, and I will pick those and use them for seed at a later date. More cabbages over here. These are not quite done yet, but they're starting to head up. You can see that one there is starting to head up pretty good. And this pepper plant that's growing up in between them actually has a pepper on it. These are hot peppers. I'm gonna let that go all the way to red before I pick it, but yep, that's progressing. So we have a succession of crops here. We've got the cabbages are growing, and when those are harvested, I'll have the peppers there to grow, fill in between, and I'll probably plant something for the fall. Again, I can't do too much because by fall time I want to have this area kind of cleaned up and ready to sell. Here's the hedge. This is the natural gardening kind of one straw revolution style hedge that I planted. I talked about this a couple times. Like I say, A. Thatcher, or Planting Freedom, has a good website about, he had a big old garden one year that he did. He hasn't done it since then, but If you look at his earlier videos, he has them. You can see there I got peas growing up. They're younger peas. Those are, I planted those later on, so I'm hoping to get another big batch of peas out of those as they mature. And also down the bottom here, I'm trying to keep my finger out, I've got cucumbers growing up in the midst of all this, and there is some beans plants growing up in there too, so that'll be another succession. I'm starting to get tomatoes. Let me see if I can find one for you. There you go. Here's a couple of tomatoes right here. This plant's really putting on a bunch of tomatoes. Again, sorry for the sniffles. You see the tomatoes in there, and there's more up here. Really growing good. I got to tie this up yet again. Back behind here, I've got, to be honest with you, I think these are cucumbers all back here. I thought they were squash, but it's looking like they're actually cucumbers. So I put this kind of half moon rebar that you use for concrete over top of it, so to kind of hold up the tomatoes, and if these are cucumbers, the cucumbers can grow on that, and then I'll create a bigger trellis form later. Should really be starting to eat good out of here soon. Here's another shot of the back side of the what I'm calling the natural gardening hedge. All through here, I'm going to go around front because it's hard to see this side here. Those fern looking things, of course, are those asparagus plants that grew up and through. I really should have done something different with that, but I didn't, so this is where we are. And these little white flowers here, this is daikon radish that I'm allowing to go to seed. People have told me that any radish, once you let them go to seed, the seed pods are delicious in salads. So I'm going to try them and see if I like them or not. I believe these are squash back here. I think these are regular zucchini type squash. They're planted kind of close together, but we'll find out in the future. More tomatoes. A lot of tomatoes growing. So I think we're going to get them done before the heat comes and kills them all. Coming around front. All right, you can see another, if you look closely, you can see another cucumber plant growing up the fence in there. I've got another pole bean plant here growing there. You really have to look close in here, and I'm going to have to go through here and really look close to see if I'm missing anything. The peas are growing, more bean plants growing. I have it all growing intermittent of one another. They've been fertilized mostly with chicken manure and compost. There's no outside fertilizer in any of this. This is all growing naturally. Also, this is I've got wood buried under here. It's kind of a hugelkultur bed, but it's not heaped up. So there's that. Over here, I still haven't picked these beets yet. I'll get around to it eventually. Dino kale. This cabbage. This thing I gotta pull today. I can't leave it here any longer. The thing is, here's my hand. Here's the cabbage. It's dense, it's heavy, it needs to come out. I've been picking little bits of broccoli off of here. I had little heads and I picked them. You see where this one got clipped off, and now I've got these little side shoots growing. I'll be picking those. I planted bush beans, green beans, Blue Lake green beans. You can see them all through. Wherever I pulled something, I put beans in behind it. In here we got the Swiss chard, as I like to call it, the Beniboloni chard, growing up through here. All these yellow and red stalks are all chard, and I've been eating a lot of that. You can see where I might have pulled off a few branches. I had planted more dino kale, which is coming up through here. And these actually, some of this that I thought was chard is actually beets. Again, I just kind of throw things in the ground, and sometimes I forget. So that's good. That's really just the whole thing. It's coming along good. These are actually lima beans. I did that whole, when you're in school, you put the lima beans in the blotter paper. And so those are growing up. We'll see what happens with those. Another little angle on everything. Let's kind of pan around. So this is sheer neglect here. The only thing I've been doing is throwing the sprinkler on in the afternoon to try to keep it all watered. We're going to have a downpour later on, and I have to do a lot of mowing and weeding and like that today because I'm busy for the next couple of days. Hopefully you guys like these videos. I know they're kind of random and sporadic, Today is May 12th, 2017. And if you could, I'd like to get a few more subscriptions and a few more likes. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be great. If you think that these are helpful for anybody living in the Southeast, South Carolina, North Carolina coastal area who's interested in gardening, especially organic or natural gardening, go ahead and send them the link. And thank you very much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.